Blanka, Language Rooms is a world premiere. Can you tell us a little bit about the play?
Well, it's a play about a young Arab American, Ahmed, who after 9/11 wants to prove himself and show where he belongs. He's upset what has happened, as everybody else in the country was upset very much at the time. And he wants to join the government to fight the enemy because he is an Arab American and he knows a little bit of Arabic. He is used as a language specialist and sent to one of the secret prisons, black sites, to work as an interrogator. And now, from that moment on, a comedy starts. He encounters all these travails that are very comic: office politics, bureaucracy, questions of identity, belonging, questions of loyalty, because his name and the knowledge of the language could be suspicious, actually, in those circumstances, could make him look closer to the enemy than to the people who are actually on the other side, the good guys. There is a huge turnaround at the end of the first act that I'm not going to give away because it's a huge surprise and wonderful surprise, wonderful dramatic surprise.
Can you tell us a little bit about the set and how you made the decisions on that?
The play is set in a black site somewhere in the world. We do not know at all where we are. The world is kind of abstract. So actually it was not quite easy to come up with a set because usually you get a little bit more specific ideas where the play is happening. But after a lot of struggle, Ola Maslik and I have come up with an idea of creating a world that almost looks like a corporate retreat center where an interrogation room is next to the computer room and next to a basketball court. So all these activities can be happening at the same time.
What first attracted you to the play when you read it?
I realized when I look back at the plays that I choose that I liked stories of outsiders who are kind of outside of the American mainstream. I think Arab Americans have become that. You know, once President Bush said that lines, either you are with us or against us, I think American Arabs got themselves into a kind of strange territory because, as in the play, you know, anything can become actually suspicious. The other thing that really attracted me was just Yusuf's language. He is a wonderful idea man who can express it in a very precise, concrete, muscular language, and I like that very much.
And as you said, it's really funny too.
I think sometimes of Jon Stewart when I read the play, you know, his kind of acerbic, comic take on news and things that are happening right now. And I think Yusuf is, in his writing, kind of having that kind of similar comic, dark comic touch.
When we're talking about the play, the idea of the American dream comes up a lot. Can you talk a little bit about why that's a significant element in the play?
I'll maybe start with me, because when I was coming to the United States in 1976, 1977, for me, coming to the United States was really kind of an amazing, you know, fulfilling of a dream, and to build a theater somewhere else outside of Czechoslovakia, where our theater was closed down by the government. And I realized, looking back at it, that the media and the supporters really loved the idea of the two Czechs coming here and building a theater, building the dream. It was very popular, and so I'm thinking, you know, that is not the same situation for Arab American living in the United States now, because now United States is fighting, is fighting actually, basically, I don't want to generalize, but you know, the terrorism that we have faced is coming from the Arab countries. So by association, the Arab countries are becoming, you know, enemies. And so what it's like to be living in the United States as a member, with your nationality belonging to those countries, are you, and how do you have to prove your daily reality? How do you have to prove that you belong and what you have to do? Or if you dislike some of the actions here that the US government is taking, how do you voice that without becoming immediately, crossing the line, becoming the other? I'm wondering, what is happening to that kind of American dream that I have experienced to people like Ahmed, which is the part of the story. I think what is interesting also about the play, that in this play, that we are not dealing with a single Caucasian character. Everybody in the play is part of a minority, and but living in a world that is being shaped by the white majority. And so it's really a question about how these different people coming from the different backgrounds, how do they fit that world, and how do they take on that world, and how they behave and take action in that world. And each of them has a little bit different journey. Also, another element that is very interesting to me in the play is the use of language, and how, I think during the time of Shakespeare, let's say, language is being used to express emotions, deep emotions, and here language is actually, or the truth, and here language is used to manipulate and to lie and to make detours and to confuse people. So it's kind of cut off from the original emotional drive, and is used as an object for manipulation. So, but that also makes the language very witty and funny.